Hello my YouTube beauties and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do another video on 4.5 stars and above products. So today we're going to be focusing on the Marc Jacobs GENUIS gel, and I have the shade Bisque Light. So it says a supercharged foundation. Buoyancy gel awakens your skin to translucency and clarity. Isn't that mean you can see through it? Translucency. All right. And this is the packaging. This is nice packaging. It has a pump, which is nice. It's small and it seems like it'd be good for travel. It's wide, but it's pretty thin. Like other products in this series, I'm just gonna say, what Sephora says about this foundation. It says the coverage is medium. It's for sensitive, normal, dry, combination, and oily skin. The finish is satin, radiant, and natural. It says a breakthrough long-wearing gel foundation that supports anti-aging and awakens your skin to its ideal radiance and clarity. That's what Sephora says about it. Again, like other foundations, I'm going to do half of my face with a primer, and I'm going to take this CoverGirl Outlast All Day Primer because I know this doesn't do anything to help with the longevity of the foundation. It just helps for a smoother application. And I guess I've decided I'm going on my right side. I have some errands to run. I'm going to the gym. Well, I'm hopeful I'm gonna go to the gym. And we're gonna run up to Sephora and Ulta. So it'll be a good day to test this foundation out. So now that that is on my face, I'm going to take the foundation and put some on the back of my hand. I like the pump on the foundation. It comes out really nicely. And I'm going to take a sponge on this side of my face. And I did only take one pump. I think I am putting this Morphe sponge through the runner. It has all sorts of holes in it. I would support that it is a natural to radiant finish because it's sticky on my face and it's making my skin look pretty dewy. So I'm just gonna apply a little more to that area of my face. It does seem like it's a buildable coverage, which is nice. It doesn't feel super heavy on the skin and it blends really well, actually. You can still kind of see that area right there, so I'm gonna go over it one more time. I am more oily, so we'll see how this foundation holds up throughout the day. See if my oil breaks through or anything. I am going to set it because you can see on my skin it is pretty dewy. All right, so I think that's the coverage I'm gonna get out of it. I would definitely say it's medium coverage, but it is buildable, which is good. And it's sitting really nicely on my skin. All right, so let's take a brush on the other side. I really like this pump. It makes it so easy. Like, you know how some pumps are stiff and it's hard to get the product out? This just glides and you can tell it's a higher end pump. This consistency is definitely interesting. It doesn't really run down my hand. It's a little thicker, but it's still pretty thin, if that makes any sense. You can definitely tell it's a gel. And I'm just gonna put this on my face. And, okay, hair. Well, that's weird. Products went a little farther with the Beauty Blender, which is weird. Normally, you can use less product with a brush because it doesn't soak up any product into it. So it's weird that it's taking a little more foundation to cover the same amount. I don't know which one I like better. I think it applied pretty well without a primer. I do think that it took more product to blend on my face with a brush. Maybe that's from the brush, but it is making my nose look a little cakey. Okay, well, basically it was fixed with a Beauty Blender, so maybe if you are prone to your foundation looking cakey because you are more dry, I would suggest using a Beauty Blender instead of a brush. Okay, this looks really good. I like this foundation a lot. It is definitely, okay, make me a liar. It's a little sticky, but as it sits on my skin, it's definitely more of a powder finish. I'm a little upset that you can still see this, like it's foundation. I'm going to zoom you in so you can see a closer look at my skin. All right, so here is a close-up of my skin. You can see right here, you can still see through to that blemish right there, but the foundation is laying on my skin very nicely. It's not creasing, and it's not really like accentuating any of this. It just doesn't cover it up as much. It's sitting well on my chin, which is good. And yeah, so I'm gonna zoom you back out. So now you guys got a close-up. You were able to see my skin a little better. I'm hopeful that this foundation stays and wears well throughout the day, especially because I'm gonna put it through the ringer, go to the gym, run errands, stuff like that. I do have oily skin, like I said, so we will see exactly how well this holds up, if my oil peeks through, and if it makes the foundation break up or anything like that. So I might come back and check in after I finish the rest of my makeup to see if my feelings have changed. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I do have the rest of my makeup on. You know, I really like this foundation. I think it's sitting on the skin great. So this foundation, I don't feel like even sits on the skin. I feel like it is like blended into my skin. So it looks medium coverage, so it looks like you do have foundation on, but it is not heavy, and it doesn't feel like I have a really full coverage foundation on. It's comfortable, and it hasn't oxidized or anything, which is really good, and I really like it so far. I'm hoping that it stays this good throughout the rest of the day. Yeah, so I'll check in at the end of the day and see if my opinion has changed, if not, or not. Okay, so we are back. If the lighting is weird, I am sorry. There is no longer daylight right there. This is what we're working with. So this will be my check-in for the night. Honestly, this foundation held up really, really good. I had it on, let's see, I've had it on for about 9.5–10 hours now. And you can see a little bit, I'm a little shiny right here and on my chin and like here on my nose, like right on the side of my nose. But other than that, man, this held up really nice. Obviously, yeah, I am oily right here around my nose, but you know, for it being like a gel foundation, this looks really, really good. And my bronzer, my everything else that I applied on top of this foundation went on really nicely. It blended well, and I really, really like it. Yes, this is approved from me. I give it a 5 out of 5. I think it's great. Obviously, if you do have oily skin, you are gonna have just a little bit of oil come through, just because this does not claim to be a matte foundation. It doesn't claim, you know, to be strictly for oily skinned people. So, you know, what are you gonna do? It is more of a natural, you know, silky finish, so that's just the kind of foundation you're working with. But you know, I really like it. I'm definitely gonna wear it again, and yeah, this was a great product. So if you are in the market for a new foundation, I would definitely go check this out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on my future videos, and see you guys in my next one. Bye.